Welcome, everybody, to the Midnight Hour. I pray that everyone is well tonight. So I want to share a quick story about, do we know who we worship? Or should we know who we worship? And it quickly led me to the book of Acts. In the book of Acts, chapter 17, and specifically verse 23, where Paul reaches a location, reaches a temple full of religious and false idols. And it says, Acts 17:23, it says, "For as I walked around and looked carefully at your objects of worship, I even found an altar with this inscription, 'To an unknown God.' So you are ignorant of the very thing you worship. And this is what I'm going to proclaim to you. The God who made the world and everything in it is the Lord of heaven and earth, and does not live in temples built by human hands. And he is not served by human hands as if he needed anything. Rather, he himself gives everyone life and breath and everything else." The apostle clearly states here, you guys worship something you don't even know, because the inscription says, "To the unknown God." And so the context is they had a bunch of false idols. They had a bunch of altars to where they sacrificed service or honor to their false idols and false gods. But in case they missed one of the pagan gods or one of the false gods, they built an altar to the unknown God, just in case we forgot about one, that they might not bring their wrath on us. It's very ignorant, my brother, my sister, because the God that we serve, you must know him. You must be able to have a relationship with him. And to have a relationship, to know the God of heaven, you have to know him. I know who I serve. I know who I love. I know who I believe in. We must know who we believe in. And that's what the apostle was challenging these people and saying, you guys worship a God you don't even know. You guys have matter of fact, they not only worship, they constructed an altar. They put their unknown God on a pedestal. And they say, you worship something you don't even know. How sad is that? How sad is that we can call on God, but we don't know him? How heartbreaking is it that you can have a God, but he can't help you? He can't reach his hand down and heal you. He can't reach his hand down and lift you up from that pit of addiction, of sorrow, of sadness, of loneliness, of depression, of anxiety. How sad for me and you. We must know who we serve. We must know. You must know that if you worship the God I worship, who is in heaven, who is the creator of all things, heaven and earth, and he is the most powerful force in the world. But I have to know him. I have to know who he is. When I don't talk to an unknown God, I talk to God in heaven. I don't serve an unknown God. I know who I'm serving. I know who I worship. I know who I pray to. I know who I follow. I know who one day I want to see in heaven. He's not unknown. He's unknown because sometimes we don't speak to him. We don't obey him. We don't listen to him. We want to do things our way. And so at that point, he becomes unknown. When God doesn't answer our prayers, sometimes we distance ourselves, and now he becomes an unknown God. When certain things don't go our way, some people turn their backs on God, and now they act like they don't know he is. But he's not unknown. He's a very known God. As a matter of fact, even the people who don't want to serve him know who he is. The people who don't want to obey him know who he is. The people who don't want to love him or follow him, they know who he is. He's not an unknown God. I know him. I know him. There are a lot of us out here, we know him. We know who he is. We know what he means to us. We know what he's done for us. We know what he will continue to do for us. We know what awaits us. That one day we will be face to face with him in heaven. But he's not unknown. He won't be unknown to us in God, in heaven. He's not unknown to us now. And the Apostle Paul, he confronts their false idols to the point, and he said, I even know you guys are religious. You guys are fanatics. You guys are worship false idols and false gods. But even as crazy as you guys are, even you take it one step higher. You even put an altar to the unknown God. May the God of heaven be known every day, everywhere, by every person. He's not a secret. He's not unknown. May his name be loud, and may his name be clear, and may his name be worshiped. He's not unknown, and he won't be unknown to all of us. God bless you. I love you guys. Good night.